Okay, I came into the home, found the water main was in the off position. If you listen here, I am just recharging the system now, and we will see what a water main off for a year does to the home. I'm sure that there are faucets on, so we're going around making sure that we got all of that. We'll start flushing toilet bowls and running sinks for a while, make sure that the stack is still not cracked and it's okay. And we'll formulate an opinion on this within probably about 30 to 45 minutes. Let's hope everything's perfect and there's no water puddles down in the basement, and then we can move on into the contract. I will keep you posted. Okay, I took a walk over by the boiler. There's the pressure balancing valve. I think it's probably set at like 12 to 15 pounds. I think that's a 12 pounder. And I hear water going in it. So the hot water boiler has been operating with low pressure. The pipes are warm, so it's obviously maintained some sort of pressure. Pressure on this boiler was at, let me see, 9 pounds. It was about 9 pounds right there. If you can see, that number that it's by is a 10, so it's just underneath it. So we got to get that up to about 12. And this boiler is doing its thing. It doesn't need to be bled out because the feed and the return are both warm. So that's good. So the heating system for the apartments looks a-okay. And the pressure reducing valve looks new. So that looks fine. A little rust on the other fittings, but you know, that's kind of like some normal stuff on those cast iron fittings. You have a dissimilar metal thing going on where they screwed the brass PRV into the cast iron, so that's creating all of that rust on that entire line. Really what needs to happen is that pressure reducing valve needs to come out, and a dielectric nipple needs to go in to stop the electrolysis. And you also have the same thing from the copper right here going into brass and then going into cast iron. So that's your problem on the leak. That can easily be fixed. It should not be repiped the same way. The boiler down by the pump. The pump is new, obviously. Series 100 B&G looks good. Everything else looks good on the boiler. Just very simple things going on with that. Alright, so let's continue pressurizing. Open water line on the dental sink right here. As we open the faucet, it shoots water onto the floor. So we won't open that faucet, but that is a situation that obviously needs to get remedied. Let's go to sink over here. Trap is all rusted out. We're going to leave this one off too, but we know we got water here and we have pressure, so that's good. These water lines are obviously shut off in the basement because the chair was just ripped right out. How are you doing in here, big boy? Let me see what you got. Okay, we have pressure on these lines too. We'll leave that off. Okay, this one we've checked. Toilet bowl. Toilet bowl works. Toilet bowl's off. Apparently, toilet bowl's now on. We'll watch that tank fill up and we'll see what happens. Let's see what we got here. Got some, the drainage pipe ain't so hot, but if I'm getting water out of this pipe, that means they're pressurized, and that's a good thing. The toilet bowl we're going to fill up. It's never good to leave anything with rubber diaphragms without water on it, because that keeps it pliable. Dry, just, you know, just no water just dries them out, and they just kind of like crinkle and crack and things. So I'll come back on this toilet bowl. Just want to see if it shuts on and off. It does. There's no refill tube. This is a refill tube, goes into the Douglas valve, and that is missing. So that means there'll be an disproportionate amount of water inside of the toilet itself, but the tank will have what's normal. So I'm just going to shut this. Take a look at water running in. Yeah, it's just a little bit. Okay, so I say that kind of passes. And really that's it. We'll go upstairs. Okay, this is the bathroom in the front on the first floor. I forgot about this one. If you listen to it, you can hear maybe a little situation here with water coming in. Coming in slow, and there's water coming from underneath the toilet bowl. Usually leaking from a nut, I'm sure. Yeah, it's just leaking from that nut right there. If I turn that valve right there, she's so messed up with calcification that it'll just break. So I'm going to like kind of leave it alone for this second. I'll keep an eye on it over the next day. This baby over here is straight leaking. It needs new washers, but we will shut it off today if we can underneath here. I'll have to keep an eyeball on this one too. This needs to have washers, probably seats and washers replaced in that one. So the front lab is kind of worn out. Let's go upstairs. Okay, this is the kitchen faucet, and it's coming out, the water's coming out of the center of the faucet, so that usually means that there's a major league clogging of some shit going on in there, and all the O-rings are rotted out, so that means either new faucet and new sink. However, that's going to roll. Down here is pressurized though, so this being pressurized, I guess it seems like it's okay, but you might need new stops. Those stops down there are not good. So let's just figure for a set of new stops on the water line up here where the flexibles come into the copper. Okay, I'm upstairs. Bathroom's not working too good up here. Okay, we are at the toilet bowl in the apartment. Turning on the stops. This one goes on. Toilet bowl's working, but the Douglas valve was somebody put the inappropriate replacement ball in there. Of course, actually what happened to that pipe just broke off. Does somebody know what they were doing with that? It can't sit just like that for right now. Get water up in there. And then we'll flush this toilet bowl. This toilet bowl just needs a replacement rubber gasket. Doesn't need a new toilet bowl. Okay, so we'll flush this a few times. These over here, I got the angle stop on, but no water coming out of the faucet. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, you have to be careful of this. Yeah, the handle just broke, it's falling apart. Okay, that's all the way on, so that's all the way out, and no water coming out of here. So what I'm going to do is pull this aerator off, see what's up. Here we go. Aerator should have us corrected. Okay, there's the aerator there. The cold side, how about hot side? Hot side is very minimal. Let's see if that means the faucet's all the way up. Let's stop this off. Okay, the packing nut on this thing is leaking for sure, which is never a good thing. It'll rot right to the floor. But we're not getting a lot of water out of this side of the pipe. That's all the way on. That's all we're getting out of that. So, packing nut does not leak when the stem is fully extended, which means it can survive. So this right here is, you have like nowhere near the minimum. If I put an aerator on it, maybe that'll suffice it, but let's just leave it that way. We'll get a decent aerator that aerates it, and it looks like it's flowing out. Okay, I see rust on the floor, which is a telltale sign of leaking from a tank bolt, which is right here, and I can see the rust on that. It is not rusting right at the second, but it has definitely rusted before. Fluid bur is really not working. It had water in it, but it's not filling up to the appropriate level. It's actually not filling right now at all. And we have, let me see what we got here. We have faucet. Okay, we got water. I'll go to this faucet right. That's it. And that's it. So we got really bad water pressure up here for you. I'm definitely betting somebody shut some water off someplace in this building. The water pressure couldn't be like this. Let's see what this does. That aerator has been smashed up into the faucet. That weird queer angle, look at that. So somebody did a little damage to this. I'm going to try to get this off. Okay, today we're going to remove the cabinets that are existing. You see, they like really have no interior to them, so I really can't rebuild them. So they got to be taken out. And try to straighten up this wall in the back here. It's kind of like all disfigured and whatnot. So let's get busy taking these out, and then we'll start building the cabinets new.